This is a stealth guide for the Big Con in the GTA 5 online down casino heist, specifically for young ancestors. This is just the setups that we did. You don't have to do all of the optional ones, but I highly recommend the security pass level 2, which is on the bottom right version of the screen, and you want to click it and then go over to the right, which will give you the valet version, which makes it where you don't have to hack doors to the elevator or to the stairs, which is super useful, makes your life easier. And the security routes is actually pretty nice as well. I recommend getting that. There's one guard that's really useful for. I talk about it later. But I mentioned a few things. So there's actually 6 plays on the drill if you're doing it a harder version of the difficulty where you have 1 team life. And you might have to go to the door on the left instead of the one that we go to that's closer to the right when going towards like the elevator and stairs area. Otherwise, it should be exactly the same. I just want to clear that up. Okay, on to the heist. After a cutscene, you'll be in this area, and there'll be a guard up ahead in this room. He will be in 2 spots depending if you have failed or not. Just be careful of that. So you go into the stairs. You don't have to jump down like we do, but it's faster, so why not do it? You're trying to beat a guard that will walk down this hallway. And the reason I suggest the patrol routes is because there's a guard in the security office who walks back and forth and can see you through one of the windows in a door. That way, if you know where he is, it's easy to get this kill without getting detected, so it's worth knowing that. There'll be 2 guards up at this desk. You can just kill one at a time because of their positioning, and my friend Automo is doing it, and you don't have to worry about the people in the security office as they won't see you, nor will the camera if you're fast enough. There's a guy in this hallway, so you want to wait until he starts turning back and going towards like the stairs/elevator area. That way he won't get detected by the camera that is closer to where you come into the hallway at. Make sure you're stealth killing, by the way, using control or pressing in the right joystick, because otherwise you'll get detected. This is where the security pass level 2 is super handy and saves you a lot of time. You don't need it, but I recommend it. So there's a guard that walks by the elevator. When the moment he turns around, you want to run after him, and right before you're going to melee attack him, you want to stealth. This will guarantee he doesn't get to the camera on the other side of the hallway. Technically, you don't have to run at him, but I think it's the best and safest way to do this. Just make sure you go into stealth walking right before you attack him to guarantee the stealth kill. Because after all, this is a stealth guide, and we're trying to get out here without getting detected to get more money and making our life easier. 2 guards will come down this hallway, so me and my friend like to take separate sides and wait for each guard. My guard on my side won't walk all the way and he'll just turn around, so I'm going to chase him afterwards. You just need to kill him before he gets to that piece where the 2 sides meet and the camera is. The other guard will actually walk way farther into that section where my friend Automo will go and kill him. As you see, I used the security keycard to unlock the stairs, which, like I said, if you don't have it, no big deal, you can just hack it. But that comes in handy later. So here, you need to wait for this guard to turn, and you want to run to where we go, and you want to hug on the wall. He can't detect you here. And the moment he's about halfway, you want to run to the main trap area. And my friend will do the exact same thing. Sometimes the guard will say a line, but you usually are safe if you follow that tactic and don't actually get really into his vision. And now you're at the man trap, you count each other down, and you swipe the cards. Pretty simple. Now that you're at the vault door, you just drill into it, which it's pretty simple. There actually used to be 6 plates, believe it or not, instead of 4. They changed it. I don't know why. It's pretty easy. I don't really know how to explain super well, except I just don't really press the drill into the plates. I just kind of click and let them go through to avoid overheating. I don't know if that's the most efficient way to do it, but it works. So yeah, I really don't know if there's a better way to do it, but it's pretty easy. There's multiple type of loot in the vault. In this case, we had art, which is the best for 2 people, and I think probably the best in the game. It's just the most efficient and super easy to do. If you have 3 players, probably the best that you want is gold, which I believe if you had cash, you can't do it all, with 3 players you would have to have 4. So depending on what you get, maybe you want to see how many players you can get to help you. This is just hacking if you've never seen it before. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you just try to match the fingerprints. With 4 out of these 8 of these images will match the fingerprint that is being shown to you. You only have to do it once per hack. It's pretty easy, but sometimes I make mistakes. No big deal. Just try to have the best hacker that you can for the vault to buy yourself more time if you make mistakes. That would be Paige Harris. Well, the best default hacker, that is. In the event that you're doing this with more people, or you have gold or cash, be really careful about how much time you have in the vault, as in that goes really fast. And you won't be able to get every material, so you just have to be aware of that, because if you're in the vault when time runs out, you will blow your cover, and we don't want that because we're trying to do this stealth and get our noose disguise / firefighter gear to get outside safe. So make sure you're not in the vault when the timer runs out, depending on what you have, so be careful with the timer. The cards here are the same as before, just count down and swipe. Pretty simple. Coming out of the man trap, you want to switch back to your knife, and you're going to go around what I'm doing here. Make sure you're stealth walking and like kind of hugging this side. That way the guard across the room doesn't see you. This will let you kill this guard instead of killing them both. And then you can just walk right through without worrying about the other guard. There is a camera that won't see you kill the guy, but you just gotta make sure you don't get detected. And that's the only camera that really will detect you during this. So you should be fine. At this point, you are almost done. You just need to get your disguises and get outside. So there will be a guard up here that you need to wait until he passes by, and then you technically don't have to kill him, but I think you might as well, just to make sure he doesn't detect you. And then you will go and get your exit disguises. After you get your exit disguise, you can run through this area. Just make sure you don't bump into anyone, because that'll blow your cover. You're almost done, and you're essentially scot-free. So you want to mantle up here and get between these 2 railings and run behind the hedge. And I prefer going to first person. It's faster and the camera doesn't get as messed up as much. When you hit that pole, you want to jump over and just run this way. We used to do this differently, but this way prevents you from getting detected and is faster. You'll go over this fence. And then you can jump over this fence here. And then you're looking for a car, because we're not going to use the getaway vehicles that are mandatory / young ancestors. So we're just going to get another car because it's generally faster. Sometimes it takes a second to find one. But we're actually not going to use this vehicle to drive to the buyer, which will be the high level buyer, which is what you should always use. It is further distance, but especially for this, it won't matter because we're actually going to get a helicopter, and I'll show you, this will show you the route where to go to get it. If possible, you actually want to try to keep the car against the wall so the driver can immediately teleport out. It doesn't really matter, but it's a neat trick, so if you can do it, why not? I recommend switching to the pistol. You'll see why. You can also go in and out of first person during this whole heist. Actually, I recommend it during the vault, but I kind of didn't do it to keep it consistent. Make sure you're more to the left than I was to make your jump actually work. The pistol is used for tight jumps like this, essentially, to give you more control over the player character than you normally would have. So, for example, you want to aim roughly in the middle here, and it lets you vault up on that instead of over vaulting, and then keep sliding over. And then that's pretty much the use of the pistol. And hey, look at that. You're at the helicopter. You've successfully completed the heist. All you have to do is fly to the buyer, and then you have the fruits of your labor. Congratulations. I hope you found this video useful. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. Leave a like, especially. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great night or day. See you around.